Hello team, welcome to another session. Today we're going to talk about the pre-riff guide of part 1. I'm going to talk about the Chinese tier list and hopefully you can help people, get some packs at the pre-rift. But then, yeah, let's just jump right into it. So, pre-rift, most of you already know, but just quickly going over, each participant will receive one pre-rift player kit, which includes everything needed to jump into the action, one mini pre-constructed deck, alright, so you have 6 champions, and we'll go over each champion deck with the champion legend, and then 5 Spiritforged booster pack to expand and customize your deck, and one pre-rift promo card. So, let's just jump into the pre-constructed deck list, and yeah, let's take a look. We got Israel, and then we got Renata, we got Lucian, we got Rek'Sai, one of the very strong decks, Jax, and Irelia. Okay, so just some quick things. So for the sealed event rules, one main deck has to have 25 cards. You'll build your deck from the mini pre-constructed deck plus the booster pack you get. You do not have to play all the cards in your mini pre-constructed deck. You're allowed to change things as you like. You can also not play any cards from it, but that is pretty rare. You're not required to have a chosen champion. And if you don't want the chosen champion, you can just draw an additional card. Generally, I think this is fine. You can, I think, regardless, you still have a Yone to play, and I think Yone is really strong. But again, it's just a rule. Your champion doesn't have to match the legend, so it's quite nice. Unlike Constructed, you can add any champion you want to your champion spot, even if it's not the same name as your legend. For example, you're playing Jax, but you can still run the promo Yone as your chosen champion as long as it matches your deck's domain. And the domains are the colors. You do not need to have a legend. You choose to not have a legend. You can draw a card, and this is quite important actually, and this is where I will talk about the tier list later on in the video. Your deck may contain up to 3 domains, because again, you probably won't have enough cards if you're only playing with 2. If your deck has a legend, your deck must contain the 2 domain of the legend, and you can choose to pick another 3rd domain. Signature card do not have to match your legend, but as long as it matches the 2 domain, you can be able to play it. Right, so if you're playing, Fury, Chaos Calm, you can't play Relentless Pursuit, right? Because as your deck doesn't have the body. You need to have the 12 rune that matches your chosen domain. You will need 3rd battlefield for this event. 3 battlefield, they can be the same battlefield, but if you don't want to play any battlefield at all because of the ability, and sometimes you don't because, it's not beneficial to you, you can just flip up a blank battlefield. So, before further ado, let's jump into the tier list, and this is the Chinese tier list. I'll put the link of the original video and the discussions in the in below, and you can check it out yourself. But again, let's just go from the very top, right? And Rek'Sai and Draven, obviously no surprise here, right? You're able to trigger their legend ability very easily, and you're able to these legend ability are good reward, right? So it's easy to trigger and it's good reward, right? Where when you're drawing a card, I say Draven's a little bit stronger than Rek'Sai, right? But again, I think I would put them in the same tier list, especially the fact that you can get a Rek'Sai from one of the chosen decks. The next one is Azir, again, with that too. There's a lot of arms card that you can fit. Generally, I think, when you're getting to the 6 to 8 arms card, or even a little bit more, that's when Azir becomes really good. Because again, it's like Victor in set 1, you're getting straight unit value. And sometimes, if they miss their 2-drop, and you're able to trigger Azir, a lot of time in this game it's already wraps, right? And yeah, you're getting great value from it. So A tier we got Zir, and then before we're going to the human tier, let's talk about the very conditional low value for triggering, so such as Fiora, especially in set 2. We're missing out on a lot of set 1 cards, like we're missing a lot of combat buffs from set 1. A lot of the tricks from set 2 is not actually as good as set 1, right? Such as the the green stuff, right? So and even then, you're triggering and you're trying to buff. It's not the time you would like to trigger a lot of time compared to constructed. So again, Fiora, D tier, right? And then we have Irelia. Again, it's more of a constructed thing. We don't have again the set 1. We don't have Irelia, right? Maybe if you pull it in one of your packs, like the green Irelia, maybe if you pull it, but even then you're still missing a lot of a lot of the combat tricks from set 1, and that kind of makes them break the deck. And if you don't have it, then again, it's very low value. Same with Jax, right? I mean, Jack's already not a great deck in constructed in set 2 already, but swapping arms is unless again maybe a little bit more viable than Fiora, but even then it's like, why don't you play something that's slightly better, right? Why don't you just play Azir or something, right? And again, I don't think it's one of the it's not a great option. It's I think all these guys here, you rather just play an empty champion and you just draw one. Yeah, the value these guys bring are just not great. And then again, Israel, we already have problem in constructed to triggering its ability. It's gonna be very inconsistent. Might as well save yourself the effort and just play nothing and get the extra draw one at the start. We move on to C tier, right? Yeah, these guys they're slightly more viable than the guys below, but they need specific requirements. So again, Lucian is good, but I think the Lucian champion is much better than Lucian the legend itself. I think Assault might be overkill on sometimes, but again, if you do have some equipment, you have a lot of equipments, and this can be viable. Same with Ornn. Low cost equipments, and when you have a lot of them, could be viable. But again, it's not something that's going to be consistent, right? And then we have Rumble, where it's maybe if you picked up like 10 mechs or something in your 5 packs, but otherwise not great. For the most part, unless you pull really good, you're just better off not picking an empty champion. I mean, sorry, an empty legend, and just draw one, right? And then finally we have the final human, the human legend, Sivir. She has a ceiling; you'll be triggered. So, her I would say her legend ability, and better than just drawing one. So realistically speaking, I think when we're making our deck, we're probably looking at the top 4. If not, we don't have the top 4, then but we do have some stuff we can consider here. If not, we're okay to just play a very arena-esque, Hearthstone arena-esque value game, just playing empty and getting the extra draw one, right? So that's basically the your legend ability, is that you draw one. So that's okay. And then finally, the worst of them all, Renata. It's like, if you can hold already in this type of tempo heavy game, you don't need to you don't need to go coin. It's already a struggle in constructed. It's worse here, right? So again, I don't know in what scenario. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. There's no scenario where this card is good. But yeah, and so General tips. Everybody gets a Yone. This card is very, very good. It's a 5 cost, recycle 1, 5 attack with, good ability. So, you should almost play this card 100% of the time. A lot of times you could be playing this in the champion spot if you don't have better options. So you can, always get to see this as a 5 drop. In terms of other tips, we got 5 to 6 2-cost units, right? Similar to constructed when we're we'll go from a 40 card deck to a 25 card deck. When you're roughly playing, 5.6 2-cost unit to match the 9 2-cost unit. And 2-cost unit very important in this format because, again, we don't have much combo. This game is like very tempo based, so if you miss your 2-drop, it's you're playing very behind, right? And next, single card strengths over a combo, and we will go over each color in the upcoming videos for each color and the strength of each card in those colors. But yeah, you should never consider like a 2-card combo in a 25 card full format because the chances of you seeing both card is very, very low, and a lot of times it's not, you don't even have the mana or you don't have the correct timing to play the combo. So we're looking at card strength over combo strength. And then another thing that's very important is combat tricks is very key, right? A lot of times, a lot of games that in the Chinese format that if you often win games of one interaction. If your 6 cost 6/6 beats their 6 cost 6/6 in a combat trick scenario, it's basically reps. They can't really recover from there, right? So again, very key to look for combat tricks in your deck building as well. And then again, a very strong card. Everybody gets it. Always, unless you have a very specific game plan, I think this card is always a great inclusion. But yeah, that's it for the video. It's going to be the first one in the series, and I will be talking out specific cards in each color for the following videos, and hopefully I can release all those videos before the actual pre-rift, and I be playing some pre-rift myself. I'm registered for 2 right now, but hopefully I can get more because I think the seal format's pretty fun. Yeah. But that's it for the video, and thank you for watching. Please stay tuned and subscribe if you liked the video, and see you guys on the next time.